What's up, guys? This is Jay from Conversations with Jay. You know, I gave it to you straight, no chase, and we're here at the Diddy trial, day 18. All right, so this guy, he comes to the hotel. They have their little baby oil session, right? They do the rubbing, they do the touching. This is Cassie like 3.0 at this point, right? And they do all that kind of stuff. She said that she didn't want to do it, which was really strange to me, okay? She was dating one of Puff's friends, she testified to yesterday. She also testified to having a child with one of his, I guess, enemies yesterday. I'm assuming those are both people with money. And I'm saying she went from the other two guys with the money. And as far as I was hearing, she was also getting child support from the other guy, and it was a substantial amount. It seems like she was with several guys in the industry. And my point that I'm making is after that, and after watching this guy on the adult films and then flirting with him on Instagram and then describing him as nice and cute and sweet and cute and bubbly and having butterflies in her stomach when she met him and having a great time when she met him. She said all this stuff. Then the prosecutor asked her, did you want to have XEX with him? And she said, no. I found that hard to believe, but that was the testimony. And again, like I'm telling you guys, we're doing this straight no chaser. I'm calling it right down the middle. I found it hard to believe. I'm sure that one of those 18 jurors and 12 actual jurors, because remember there's 18 jurors there, 6 alternate jurors, and 12 other jurors there. I'm sure that one or more of the ones that are in the 12 that are going to be making this decision might have found something like that hard to believe as well. And I'm sure that once the defense does the cross, they're going to call a lot of her past into question and then go back to, and you didn't want to have sexual relations or have fun time with this guy that you've been watching on TV and pleasuring yourself to this entire time and gave you butterflies and said you're nice and cute and bubbly and all this stuff. That one kind of, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. Afterwards, they paid him for his time and whatever else, who knows. And when she said that she didn't want to do it, the prosecutor said, why did you do it if you didn't want to do it? She said, in quotes, I knew my partner would have wanted it. Would have wanted it. Now, they did this a few times. They did this with multiple people. They did it with another person that they used to have their, what they call movie nights. So these guys, this is a freaky deaky couple, okay? They would have movie nights. What's a movie night to you? What's a movie night to you? Please write in a comment what a movie night to you is. Because a movie night to me is we're going to go watch Goodfellas or one of my favorite movies, or maybe we'll watch, I don't know, watch a movie, pop some popcorn, stuff like that, you know. Their movie nights were, we're going to watch adult films or our own films and pleasure ourselves. That was their version of movie nights. So they would have these movie nights. They would watch adult films. They would be attracted to what they're seeing on the screen. And then she chose another one. Okay, she chose another one. Now, I don't believe the original, the Sly one, which was one of their favorites, I don't believe he was there or available. So they chose another one. And he just so happened to be one city away, just in the outskirts of LA. Okay. So this one didn't travel across state lines. Okay. So she went, called him up again. She went and hung out with him and stuff like that. Now, the interesting thing, I was really listening for this because the prosecutor asked her, what did you want to do when you met up with him? What was your intention? Now, we can't have it both ways. If her intention in one hand is to pay the person to be freaky deaky with them, right, on one hand, then that's going to support the whole hiring, you know, these people and the X trafficking and all that kind of stuff. On the other end, though, she said just to hang out, have a good time, and party. So now that is different, right? So you're kind of in a catch-22. Now, I know why the prosecutor asked her about this one and didn't ask her about the other one, because this one is within the state. The other one was outside of state, and it would have been a risk if you asked your witness, hey, what did you hire them for? And your whole thing is they brought them out from outside of state. And she said, well, just to have a good time, not to do much. Like, you know, that would have ruined it, right? So you don't ask the witness a question that could kill your case. You don't ask the witness a question that you might be unsure of what they're going to say. So she asked the question, she took the risk and asked the question about the one that was within state, just in case she said what she said. It doesn't matter because they were in state anyways, which was actually pretty smart because I'm thinking she's testing it for later on to see what she would say about the next time. And they've been doing this in this case. Prosecutions have been asking these little test questions when if the witness answers wrong, it wouldn't matter in that situation because that's not correlated to the charge. But then if they answered right, they would ask the question over and over and over again at the point where it's going to be tied to the actual charges. So for those of you guys who are following, I appreciate it. And for those of you guys who are kind of confused, don't worry, I'm gonna break all this down over the next week or so.